for Jelly Belly, presented by Kenda, and we are at North Star Resort.
Tour of California. Yeah, I'm Will Dickerson and I'm from Australia and second year riding for Jelly Belly, presented by Kenda.
I'm Rick Mumford with the Kelly Benefit Strategies Optimum Health Team. We're hanging out at North Star Ski Resort after stage 1 of the Amgen Tour of California.
Andy Bajali, Kelly Benefit Strategies Optimum Health Team. We're in beautiful North Star, California. Yeah, it's still snowing. The sun's shining a little bit. It's cold.
Mike Creed, Kelly Benefits, Optimum Health. Same, North Star. It's very cold. We didn't race today.
My name is Pat McCarty. I ride for Team Spider Tech presented by C10. And we're here trying to start and race the 2011 Tour of California.
Unfortunately, there's a bunch of shitty white stuff outside. My name's Lucas User, and I as well ride for Team Spider Tech presented by C10.
Well, this morning or last night we were told that there was going to be a contingency plan. We were going to have 3 options for the race. First one was start at 10:30, do the full route. Second one was start at 1:15 and do 50 miles, come straight here. And then the third one was the stage would be canceled. And so 8:30 after breakfast, we were told that it was going to be delayed and shortened to the 50 miles. And then it was snowing at the hotel. It was off and on. We weren't sure what was happening. And then just a little bit past 12 o'clock, we got the call that we're racing. So then it was kind of a scramble to get everything ready. And then, yeah.
Then, yeah, pretty much got on the start line, got the countdown, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then 2 minutes to go, Levi's got on the podium and told us we weren't racing. So, yeah, and I mean, like on the start line, like all the people there was snow, but roads were dry and it looked fine. But I mean, we drove around back like to the finish here at North Star. Supposedly we drove around the good side, and it was pretty atrocious weather once you sort of got up high above the lake. It was snow, it was dark, you couldn't see much, and it would have been a pretty ordinary day on the bike, that's for sure.
I guess the conditions were pretty bad. I think as a whole, maybe the continental teams are a bit out of the loop. So we didn't have much say or much insight to who made the final call. But when they say in the press, the riders, they don't mean us. So I'm sure guys who are much smarter and much more well-informed than us made a good decision.
Yeah, I thought it was a good decision. I mean, we wanted to get a little spin after the whole debacle. We're kind of G'd up, so we rode for like half an hour, 40 minutes, and we got a little wet, and about 15 minutes our bikes were covered with ice and snow, and it was pretty miserable, so I don't think we would have made it very far. It's a good call on their part, I think.
Yeah, I think it was definitely the right decision.
I think there was kind of a mix of, trying to have some sort of show for the race and for the fans, and also giving into the weather. That we all got to the start line and like we were going to do the race and signed in, and they did interviews and even talked about us starting the race up until about when they were just about to start us, and they canceled the race. So
I think they did everything they could. It was a smart decision to cancel it. Obviously, there were some pretty bad conditions out there, so they made the right choice. And hopefully tomorrow we'll take
on a day like today. There's more to lose than there is to gain. So I think that's kind of the main thing. And certainly, as cyclists, we don't shy away from what's hard physically on the bike and off the bike, but when it comes to safety, I think that was the main thing. It wasn't that it was cold or wet or snow, but I think it's the road conditions, and I think it's the wind, and a bunch of other factors, and so I think it was for the best. Certainly after getting out there, but yeah, it's a tough call to make before the start of the biggest race in the United States for sure.
I think as well, I just saw some comments people put on Facebook and that, I ride in snow all the time and whatever, but and yeah, it's one thing for a small bunch, like go riding with your mates in the snow, But when you got 140 odd guys, whatever we got here, doing 30 mile an hour corners, everyone's a bit nervous first day of a tour. Then it doesn't take much in slippery, low visibility for all of a sudden something bad to happen. All of a sudden you got 20 guys on the ground and bad things can
I
happen.
don't think today was a good idea to race. No,
No.
I think it was a good decision we didn't race. It was only 80 Ks. It would have been kind of a terrible race, and it would have been awful conditions. The safety aspect of it, you never know. Bike racing is kind of inherently dangerous, but we didn't have any information about what the descents or like what it was at higher elevation, so it just wasn't a good idea.
I think they were all morning. They were praying for a miracle. They were, they were crossing their fingers and hoping something miraculous would happen. But inevitably, we're pretty high up here. So I mean, the passes were covered with snow. There was no way we were getting up them. People couldn't even drive up them. So if cars can't get up, we sure as heck can't.
Yeah, I raced Tour of Southland 3 times down in New Zealand in November, so it gets pretty bad. And it probably would have been similar to this, but I guess down there it's sort of accepted that that's what you get.
Yeah, Tour of Willamette we were talking about.
Willamette's like today. Probably it was more in the 40s and
Yeah.
no snow.
Cold rain, which
Cold
is just as miserable, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we've been reflecting a lot on the U.S. Open back in 2007
Yes.
in Virginia, where Swain Tuft, a teammate of ours, won, and this guy was second place.
Snow. They didn't cancel the race though. They let us race. They were nice.
They were nice enough. Virginia wasn't used to snow, and it wasn't at altitude, so it melted pretty quick and ended up to be a pretty nice day.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, really positive. We've come off, pretty much all the guys here have come off a good stage race in Korea, which was 10 days and some big stages, 200 kilometre plus stages. We had like a couple of podium results and a stage win for Ken there, and the team rode really well. So with that in mind, we've come here with good form and confident we can really take it to the big guys.
Yeah, I mean, just to echo upon that, I think the team always really has kind of a positive outlook on things, and we're the underdog team that we don't have necessarily like the big pressure like some of the GC like favorites to really perform. But I mean, that doesn't mean we don't have guys who can do well in the overall. But certainly our focus is being the breakaways, being the action, and then the next 2 days are on paper are supposed to be sprint stages, and myself as a sprinter, those are 2 big objectives, and so we're gonna look for the next few days on getting high up there, at least being in the break, and then getting high up on there for the finishes, and then we're just gonna animate the race and be a part. And it doesn't mean we can't get ourselves into something like the most aggressive riders jersey or the KOM jersey. That's how guys do it. So and who knows, we might find ourselves with a guy who has a really good GC ride, and so our attitude's really positive, and we're really looking forward to the rest of the race.
Well, I think as an overall team, we're looking to get in all the moves, get up the road, and the main goal is to try to get a KOM, somewhere in the KOM, 1 day, 2 days, whatever. The next objective is TV time in the most aggressive rider jersey, and that's just going to be all 8 guys on patrol, getting in the moves and getting up the road. So
We've got some stages, I think the next couple of flat stages, we have Kendo and Friedman that we're looking to help get up there too, so we can mix it up there with those guys.
Yeah, we're here we're targeting stage wins. We're targeting stage podiums. We're targeting any jersey, mountain jersey, or sprinter jersey, whatever it may be. I think we're gonna let the GC battle kind of go down to the bigger guys with the Garmins and the Radio Shacks and whatnot. But by no means does that mean we can't surprise with some of the riders we have. But we definitely brought a squad that can focus on those stage victories.
Will, what do you think of Ken's haircut?
Yeah, that was interesting. He kept it under wraps. He had the hat on right from when we first rocked up at the Jelly Belly factory down in Fairfield there, yeah, he was keeping the baseball cap over it the whole time, and I think it was an hour before the presentation. He's in the bathroom getting it all styled up, and our director Danny Van Houts walked into the room just trying to find someone who could do his tie up for him, and looked in the bathroom and saw Ken there, and his jaw dropped pretty much. But I mean, again, with Jelly Belly, that's what we're all about. We've got fun guys on the team, and Ken's willing to make a statement and get aero and get back to his punk rock days and have a bit of fun.
How is it riding for a team that's all U.S. riders?
It makes me
Here at the,
super proud.
who's your favorite teammate?
It's got to be Jason Donald, man.
My name is Lucas McCarty, and this is Pat User, and we're here with Team Tech Spider, presented by C10.
About it.
Uh,